that guy may cheat just because he wants to, just because he can, just because he went to this place and a girl, the type of girl that he looks like, that he looks at when he watches porn, that girl with that build is giving him the energy. She's trying to go. So he's gonna take her down just because it's his fantasy and he can. What Trevor's saying too is that women will put your duties aside when you guys cheat. You gotta stop taking care of the house, stop being peaceful in the home. A dude who can be fucking 10 different bitches and go home and still provide for his wife.
Yeah, but men understand duty a lot more than men. Men understand duty way more than women do. Men take duty seriously.
If you're not adhering to your duties, is she expected to continue to adhere to hers?
No, she should cheat. And he would deserve
it. Everything should be fine, right? You should forgive her because you weren't.
He would deserve it, just like Trev said.
That's not even where I was going with it.
Can y'all hear yourself?
What I was talking about in the situation is that the man is also lacking in his duties. Duties is the word you wanted to use. So in his duties, he's lacking. So now she is also lacking in the physical part because we have other things to focus on. You're trying to get your rocks off and I'm trying to figure out how the bills are going to get paid. You're trying to get your rocks off. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with our children. You're trying to, get your rocks off. It has to come both ways. And all I'm saying is in certain circumstances, not the majority, not everyone, but in certain circumstances, there are times where the man might drop the ball. And so the woman is not meeting him where he wants to be. And instead of there being conversations, the first thing the man thinks to do is to step out and cheat. But that's not the first thing the woman thinks to do if she's in that situation and you're.
If you feel like your duty is predicated upon me doing what I'm doing, that's crazy. You're supposed to hold your part of the bargain, whatever the case is, right? If you
just said that our duties are predicated. Your duties are my duties are predicated off of what you do.
We're talking about duties versus cheating.
If I don't, then you will cheat.
Duties versus cheating. Duties versus cheating. You're deliberately putting yourself at risk for it. Women said they care about a dude not cheating, right? That's one of your main concerns. This is how you avoid it. Men typically don't put their duties aside. Women just get tired of shit or expect more or move the goalpost. That's why women are generally dissatisfied with men, is because they expect more. They get into new environments, change their mind about what it was that they agreed to initially, move the goalpost, and then now they expect you to become Superman or do some other shit that you couldn't do, or try to motivate you into a situation that you never discussed in the beginning of your relationship.
So, Trev, we notice how when Ty said that she automatically assumes men will treat for no reason, but then assumed and tried to assert as if it was a fact that women don't do that. That's what happened when you
told. It was the fact that women didn't do that.
You did. We can rewind it, but that's exactly what you did. You said men will cheat just because of this. Women don't do it because of that. And so you can speak for yourself, but you can't speak for all women. And anytime we have a conversation talking about cheating, the people who've been cheated on, which unfortunately largely is women, they're the ones that have this visceral response to it. One of the things that I'm very, very consistent about is saying, hey, a woman shouldn't be with a nigga building for, like that she doesn't know or have a relationship with prior to. That build the nigga shit, y'all shouldn't do that. I'm also the same guy that says that if a man isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing and his woman cheats, and those things have been clearly outlined, then there is a bigger issue. However, you can't be mad at her for being what's in her nature. Women by nature are hypergamous. Men don't become hypergamous until we earn the ability to, which is why I said that when you were the best that he was doing when he was down, that's cool. But now he's got success, notoriety. That man is going to be as faithful to you as his options and his opportunities are. That's like none of this stuff is complicated. None of this stuff is, you know what I'm saying, contrarian. It's something it's simple. Like that guy may cheat just because he wants to, just because he can, just because he went to this place and a girl, the type of girl that he looks like, that he looks at when he watches porn, that girl with that build is giving him the energy. She's trying to go. So he's going to take her down just because it's his fantasy and he can. What Trevor's saying too is that women will put your duties aside when you guys cheat. You got to stop taking care of the house, stop being peaceful in the home. A dude who can be fucking 10 different bitches and go home and still provide for his wife, still support her, still get her gas, still wash her car, still put the groceries up, still do all the protect, provides, and man shit. And the only thing that's going to affect that home is the limited amount of time that he's out fucking somebody else. That woman will be at home fucking somebody else and then still be fucking up the whole feng shui of that house because of her emotional state. Because the whole time, she mad at this nigga because she blames him for the fact that she even has to cheat, which a lot of your argument supports.
All right, let me go ahead and get True in there. I know you haven't said anything. Well, I'm sitting there listening to Willie, man, and he's saying that when men level up, not all, but they have some bigger desires.
I don't think it's just men. I think it's women also when it comes to that. But the example that women typically don't have an issue with men, but an example that I would give, and this is, I know several of these situations are women who have traditionally been bigger and seen as unattractive. Once they actually lose that weight and they are in that new body, they behave as a traditional man would once has new money, because they've been starved for that attention of those particular guys that they want. So maybe not in general, but I know like women who essentially lived the life of a man, because they was just wanted things that they couldn't have. From my anecdotal experience, they go take that body for a test drive.
That experience is going to be the same amongst all men. The only people who are not going to be honest about it are the women it applies to. As soon as the woman used to be 300 pounds, shaped like a Mucinex monster, and then the next day she had all this surgery and shit, now she's shaped like Ty, or one of the other people on the panel who don't, look like something, she's going to go get bent over a balcony because she has more attention from niggas that want to. And then two, she's like, oh shit, I got this new body. It's almost like a dude, if you could possess like a basketball player, like a short nigga goes and possesses a LeBron James, he is going to go out there and start trying to dunk from the free throw line because he could never do it before. It's the same thing. I don't even blame them. The girls, when they lose more than 50 pounds, they blame it on getting out of a relationship. Then they become a gym influencer. And then the ones that had really good doctors become OnlyFans models. So you're not wrong, but that doesn't take the onus off, or that doesn't change the fact that women do cheat a lot. Like I think women are quicker to cheat than men are.
All right, let's get True in there. I know Pretty wanted to respond. Go ahead, True.
Nah, it was great dialogue. I didn't mean to. It was just when Ty said what she said, I was like, wait, this is something I'm always going to struggle with. I'll tell you why, right? I'm going to create the situation to where most women are fairly attractive. This is just my narrative. And I really don't think women understand this. I've never met a woman who hasn't dated a dude she wanted. I've never met one. They always have the monopoly on opportunity. That's why when we explain it the way we explain it, it's not understood because, like you said, Ty, you're looking at it from your perspective from a woman. Penis, men have always been accessible to you. So it becomes mundane. I think the assumption is that women think that that's most men's life, and that's not most men's life. It don't matter if he's handsome. It don't matter if he's tall. There's variables. But that range that you guys get by default is an earned range, right? So I don't feel bad when men, in a sense, exercise their options. I think they need to be honest about it. I do, however, find it I take it personal when women think that now that you've decided to accept the invitation to be in a relationship, you have access to throw your box around all these years, and then you mad that you chose because you're not going to get with a dude that you don't like. I've never met a woman who's done it. So in every equation in your life as a young lady, you are always on the heavy. You're always in a position where it benefits you the most. Then when somehow, some way, an opportunity comes to where he now dethrones your privilege for a moment, you mad. It don't make sense to me. I'm saying in the sense of him cheating on you. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying in that moment, you said, well, I wouldn't feel safe. I feel disrespected. But your entire, most of your life, a young adult life, you have the option to get access to a multitude of men. And if we were looking at it from a place of fairness, it's not fair, right? Just like I would love to hear your feedback because your face is doing all kinds of things right now. Talk to me, Ty. Talk to me.
Let me.
Got you, let her respond.
Okay. Let's say I can agree with you. Maybe men don't have as many options as we do. Okay, right. But if you decide as a man that you want to be in a relationship with me, because I can't be in a relationship by myself. We have to decide that we're going to do that and be in a relationship together. Then you also have to decide that those other options are no longer an option. I am your only option. And if you want to continue to play the field, because now you're at the place where you can play the field, then play the field. Be single and play as much as you want to. I don't think it's a question of fairness, because I don't think there's any such thing as fairness between men and women. Women are born with more options, right? If you're attractive, you're going to have a way bigger pool than guys. And then, you know, men tend to have a bigger pool as they get older. Women's pool shrinks as we get older. That's just how it is. It's not going to be fair. And what you had as options is not my concern now that we're in a relationship together. If that's the mindset, then don't choose to be in the relationship. It's just that simple. It doesn't have to be now. I can't be mad that you cheated on me. I can. You cheated on me after you committed to me. Why would you commit if you're not ready for commitment?
See, I never said it. You couldn't be mad. So let's take it back to what I said moments ago. You have the option